everybody, we're going to do one more game. In which it is time for Jeopardy. Here we go.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player one. Player two. Player three. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Quotable notables.
Oh, okay.
Word up.
Mm-hmm.
TV shows by Emmy winner.
All right. That one should be all right.
World travel.
Ooh, that's a good one.
In the bookstore.
Okay.
And out of this world.
You're telling me.
Player one, where do we start?
Let's do In the Bookstore.
The Teammates by David Halberstam chronicles the friendships of Ted Williams and others on this team.
Ted Williams and others.
Yes, player one?
I believe they were on the New York Yankees, so I'll go for the Yankees.
No. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Yes, player three?
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else?
So we know who it is for sure.
It's player two. Right. Where do we begin, player two? John Grisham switched gears with skipping this holiday about a couple who want to skip the consumerism.
When it's Christmas.
It's player one. Yeah, good. Great, you're back into it now. Okay, The Devil in the White City examines murder, magic, and madness at the 1893 World's Fair in this U.S. city.
What is Chicago?
It's player one. Hey, you're right. You get in a Stephen King book, writer Paul Sheldon is weary of this title heroine he created.
Is weary of his title heroine he created.
Okay, player one.
Who is Carrie?
No, that's not right. Anyone else? Here's what we wanted. Misery.
Oh, Misery. Okay.
Player one. Appropriately, part 3 of this 1953 novel is Burning Bright.
What is Fahrenheit 451?
It's player one. That's correct. We return to you, player one.
Let's have Out of This World for 200.
The gravitational pull of this object is the main force holding the solar system together.
Gravitational pull of this object.
Player one.
What is the Earth?
Anyone else? Let's hear it, player two.
Milky Way?
Nope.
It is.
Any other takers? Let's hear it, player three.
The Sun.
Yes, you're out of the hole. Where do we begin, player three? Change your attitude, or rather one letter in attitude, to get this word meaning height.
What is altitude?
Let's hear it, player one. That's it.
I'll take
Player one. It's what we call a word that has the same meaning as another word.
What is a synonym?
Player one. Right. This word can mean a hole or any hollow place, especially in a tooth.
What's a cavity?
Player one. That is correct.
I'll take whatever it is.
So it's the Daily Double. And you have the... All right, here's your clue. It's one of the bones of the forearm, or a line from the center of a circle to the
What
circumference.
is the radius?
Congratulations, you're still in first, player one. Player from the Latin for kidnapper, it means to take someone else's ideas or writings and pass them off as your own.
What is plagiarize?
Okay, player one. Yeah! Correct. Player one, choose. Galileo was the first person to see the rings around this planet.
What is Saturn?
Let's hear it, player one. Good. Select not the first, but this second planet is the hottest because its atmosphere causes a severe greenhouse effect.
What is Venus?
It's player one. Right.
Yeah! Woo!
Player one. The comet named for him was last seen in the skies in 1986 and won't return until 2061.
Who is Edmund Halley?
Yes, player one? Yes.
Onward.
Player one. Like Pluto, Haumea and Makemake are designated as this kind of planet.
What is a dwarf planet?
Okay, player one?
Yeah.
Hey, you're right. Player one. The world will note that the first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, a military base. Okay, player one?
Who's Harry Truman?
Right you are.
Yeah! Woo!
Please, traitors are not gentlemen, my good friends. They don't understand being treated like gentlemen.
Who is Benedict Arnold?
It's player one.
No, it's not. Okay, it's, I'm going to say who is Joseph McCarthy.
That's correct. Player 1976 will not be a year of politics as usual.
Who is Jimmy Carter?
Okay, player one. Correct. Player one. I shall not seek, and I will not accept the nomination of my party for another term as your president.
Shall not seek and will not.
Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Lyndon Johnson?
That is correct. Player what one. We need in the United States is not hatred. What we need in the United States is not violence. It's player one.
Who is Martin Luther King?
Oh, sorry. That's incorrect. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? The correct response is Robert Kennedy.
Oh, Robert Kennedy. Okay.
Player one,
TV
you
show-
pick again.
oh.
2009, Glenn Close.
It was on FX.
Yes, player one?
What is strip or no? It's not the Shield. I'm gonna go for what is strip search.
No. Any other takers? The correct response is damages.
Damages. Okay, I knew it wasn't the Shield.
Player one. 2008, Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin. All right.
Let's hear it, player one.
It has to be 30 Rock.
That's right. Way to go.
TV
Please. 2009, Bryan Cranston.
Okay. It was not that
Okay,
one.
player
It
one.
was canceled. I'm gonna go for what is Breaking Bad.
Hey, you're right. Player 2011, Juliana Margulies.
Juliana Margulies, 2011.
It's player one.
What is The Good Wife?
Right. We were 2004, Cynthia Nixon.
Cynthia Nixon, 2004.
Okay, player one.
What is... I don't think it's ER. Or it could be ER. I'll go for what is ER.
Any other
It's
takers?
either Sex and the City or Curb Your Enthusiasm, so it's an HBO series.
It's player three.
Sex and the City?
Right. Player three, make a selection, please, as we continue.
All right.
In July, you can sun yourself on this island and attend its Reggae Sunfest.
What is Jamaica?
It's player one. Right. Player Dating back to the 6th century, Église Saint-Germain-des-Prés may be the oldest one of these buildings in Paris.
Dating back to the 6th century. Ooh.
Yes, player one.
What is a Église Saint-Germain-des-Prés? I'm going to say what is a palace.
Any other takers? Okay, player three.
Is it a prison?
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? It's player two.
It's a church.
That's right. Way to go. All right, let's get back into this. Player two has control. Here's Kelly to start us off.
You might think twice about traveling to Réunion Island in this ocean. It's home to Piton de la Fournaise, one of the world's most active volcanoes.
What is the Pacific Ocean?
Yes, player one. Sorry, that's wrong.
Huh.
Any other takers?
Well. We're slipping here.
Here's what we were looking for. The Indian Ocean.
The Indian Ocean. Okay.
Player two. Pick again.
Keep going.
Yapese and Olithian are spoken there too, but shoppers should know this official language of commerce in Micronesia.
Micronesia.
It's player one.
What is Tagalog?
Anyone else?
That is wrong.
Here's the correct response. English.
Okay.
And now the $1,000 clue. Don't miss Russia's Winter Palace if you go for this opulent style that preceded Rococo. Yes, player one?
What is Baroque?
Okay, we have player two in third place, which means that player two will go first in the Double Jeopardy round. And we have two daily doubles awaiting you in these categories. It's all good. Amelia Earhart. The British invasion. B is for Bard. Botany. And somewhere. Hey, it's still anyone's game, and player two, you get to select Gassy surname of Sir Toby in 12th Night.
What is Belch?
Let's hear it, player one. You are correct. Player one. This ghostly guy is described by the witches as lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Ghostly guy.
Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Banquo?
Good for you.
Player
His
one.
downfall was at Philippi.
Philippi.
It's player one.
Who was Brutus?
Good. Player At the end of Much Ado About Nothing, Benedict quiets this love of his with a kiss.
Not Bianca.
Yes, player one.
Who is Blanche?
No. Any other takers? Let's hear it, player two. No. Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player 3. Correct. Player 3, you start us off. In The Taming of the Shrew, she's courted by 3 men.
Who is Bianca?
It's player 1. A lot of clue. Amelia's first plane was bright yellow and named for this songbird. Okay, player 1.
What is a canary?
Yes. In June of 1928, Amelia became the first woman to fly across this body of water, though she was only a passenger.
What is the Atlantic Ocean?
Yes, player 1. Right.
Yeah! Woo!
Please. In 1935, Amelia flew solo in about 18 hours from Wheeler Field in this state to Oakland, California. Yes, player 1.
What is Hawaii?
Right. Player 1. On her last flight, Amelia Earhart took off from this large island. Player 1.
What is New Guinea?
You are correct. Player Amelia was promised her independence when she married a member of this prominent publishing family. It's player 1.
What is Putnam?
That's it. Player 1. Pick again. The long leaves of the milfoil plant are especially suited to absorb this gas underwater. Okay, player 1.
What is oxygen?
That's not it. Anyone else? Here's the correct response. Carbon dioxide.
Oh, of course.
Player 1. Parasitic fungi cause this disease of cereal grasses that forms black powdery masses.
Black powdery masses, okay.
Yes, player 1.
What is, smudge?
Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? We're talking about smut.
Oh.
Player 1. This term, which is from the Greek for naked seed, refers to non-flowering plants such as conifers. Yes, player 1.
What is a gymnosperm?
Yeah!
This part of a plant's pistil has chemicals in it that will cause it to reject the wrong types of pollen. Yes, player 1.
What is the anther?
Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's what we were looking for. Stigma.
Oh, yeah.
Player You can collect water from a plant's leaves because they lose water vapor through pores called these. Yes, player 1.
What are, stomata?
Good. We return to you. The first track on the Beatles' second album was a Chuck Berry song that told this composer to roll over.
Who is Beethoven?
Let's hear it, player 1. Correct. Player 1. Here's Sarah with the clue.
Brian Jones played the humble kazoo on this band's 1967 Between the Buttons album, though not on the hit Ruby Tuesday.
Player 1.
Who are the Rolling Stones?
Yeah!
Player 1. The searchers told us that Madame Ruth had a pad down on 34th and Vine where she sold this.
What is Love Potion number 9?
Let's hear it, player 1. That's correct. So this man's pacemakers included Leslie McGuire, John Chadwick, and Freddie Marsden.
Who is
Okay, player 1.
Jerry Marsden?
That is correct. Reg Presley not only sang lead on this Trogs hit, he played the ocarina as well.
What is Wild Thing?
It's player one. Yes. Player one.
It's the car battery terminal with a plus sign.
What is Positive?
Let's hear it, player one. You got it. It can mean far better than average or not yet settled, like an unpaid debt.
What is Outstanding?
Player one. You are correct. The bird Ardea herodias isn't just any blue heron, it's this blue heron.
What is the Great Blue Heron?
Okay, player one. Yes.
Yeah! Woo!
Player one. As an adjective, it means very impressive. As a noun, it's a lavish production.
What is...
Let's hear it, player one.
What is Spectacular?
Good. Player one. Answer. One of the daily doubles. You are in first. The clue. Marvin Hagler was Marvelous Marvin. Tom Seaver was nicknamed Tom This.
What is Terrific?
That puts you even further ahead. Player one. This strike-slip fault that runs through California is named for a lake that's in the rift. Player one.
What is, San Andreas?
Hey, you're right. We are volunteering the information that Klingman's Dome is the highest point in this state.
What is Tennessee?
Okay, player one. Yes. Player one. Answer. The other daily double. And you're in the lead now. Decide on your wager, player one. Here is your daily double clue. Johann Strauss Jr. conducted the Blue Danube Waltz publicly for the first time at a February 1867 concert in this city.
What is Vienna?
That puts you even further ahead. Dating from medieval times, Gamla Stan, Old Town, is the cradle of this Scandinavian capital.
What is Stockholm?
Yes, player one.
Yeah!
Here's the $2,000 clue. Chisago is a county in this state, as is Hennepin.
It's not Illinois.
Player one.
What is Chisago, as is Hennepin? What is Minnesota?
That's correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Sorry, player two. Your score is not on the positive side, so you will not be joining us for Final Jeopardy. Time to get ready for Final Jeopardy. And today the category is this. Famous names.
Alright.
What are you going to wager? Now it's time for the Final Jeopardy clue, and here it is. In the 19th century, he created a new type of reference work, a dictionary named from the Greek for treasury.
I think I got this.
What did you say?
Noah Webster? I don't think it's
And that will lose you.
1,400, so you end up with $800.
Did you come up with the correct response?
Yes, I did. Peter Roget.
How much do you add to your total with that correct response?
I'll see you all for the next segment.
Congratulations, player one. You are our new champion. Thanks for playing, everybody. See you next time.